We all know the easiest way to avoid drugs and alcohol is to just say no. However, this is not always the case. Substance abuse can cause production and safety problems within the workplace. If you work in a construction area where workers rely on each other for safety, it can lead to more serious consequences. Everyone, no matter the type of work, deserves to be in a safe, drug-free workplace. What's up, everyone? I'm Brooklyn with JJ Safety, and today we're saying no to substance use at work. Workplace impairment means a worker is unfit to safely perform work. Those who are impaired on the job can injure themselves or others. The most common cause of impairment in the workplace is the use of substances such as alcohol, recreational or prescribed cannabis, illegal drugs, prescription drugs, and drowsy medication. You must remember that the effects of drugs and alcohol can impair your judgment, coordination, and overall cognitive function, which can pose significant risks to yourself and your colleagues. Drinking on the job can impair your judgment, thinking ability, and coordination. You do not have to be drunk to be impaired. Tests have shown that alcohol can still influence the body up to 18 hours after you stop drinking. So what do we do about alcohol and work? Avoid drinking alcohol when you have work the next day. If you wake up feeling impaired, stay home. And if you notice an impaired coworker, talk to your supervisor. We get it. It may not be fun or cool to rat on your coworker for coming into work impaired or hungover, but it can potentially save a life. If a coworker comes into work impaired, you shouldn't cover for their poor productivity, cover their mistakes, or make excuses for their behavior. You should talk to your supervisor. The use of drugs can impair your judgment, performance, and also put an individual's life in danger. Drugs can stay in the body for an extended period of time. For example, cannabis can stay in your body for up to 28 days. Now, what do we do about illegal drugs in the workplace? First, you shouldn't take them as they're illegal, and there are serious risks that come with consuming illegal drugs, such as laced drugs and overdoses. Avoid smoking any cannabis when you have work the next day. Never partake in any drug use during work hours. If someone asks, just say no and notify a supervisor. And look out for signs of drug impairment at work and notify a supervisor if you believe someone is under the influence. Some prescription drugs may cause drowsiness, impaired concentration, or other cognitive effects that can compromise workplace safety. If you are taking prescription medications, always disclose this information to your supervisor and be mindful of how they may impact your ability to perform your job tasks safely. If you are at work and need to take medication, remember the following. Let your supervisor know, follow the recommended dosages and do not mix medications, read the label for safe use, do not try new remedies during work hours, and ask your doctor if the medication affects your ability to operate heavy machinery or vehicles. Workplace alcohol and drug use cannot be taken lightly, especially on jobs where you may rely on each other for safety. As a worker on the job, you have certain responsibilities related to drug and alcohol use. It is your responsibility to understand your company's drug-free workplace policy, follow it and set a good example for others by working drug and alcohol-free, seek help if you or your coworkers need it, and notify management if you observe use of or impairment from drugs or alcohol. If you directly observe drug-free workplace policy violations or obvious on-the-job impairment, do not delay or ignore the situation. Stop the worker from working impaired or in an unsafe manner, notify your supervisor or foreman immediately, and be willing to risk being wrong. When your safety and that of your coworkers is on the line, it is better to be safe than sorry. Report the impairment, let your supervisor or foreman handle it from there. No, not all changes in behavior are due to drug use. Be sure not to confuse these behaviors with someone who's just having a bad day or someone who didn't get much sleep the night before. Everyone deserves to work in a safe work environment without the influence of alcohol or drugs. But for those struggling with drugs or alcohol, it can be a challenge to work safely. Follow the guidelines above to ensure a safe work environment. I'm Brooklyn with JJ Safety. Thanks for watching.
For more information, visit us online at jjsafetyllc.com or call us at 866-627-3850.